to the Cathedral of Sevilla. This is under debate as one of the largest, third or fourth largest churches in the world. It is, however, the largest Gothic church in the world. It has 80 chapels inside. It dates back to the 16th century, and there's lots of fun little mysteries throughout, including Christopher Columbus's resting place, which I hope we get to see today, and that beautiful bell tower, which is just like a iconic star in the sky of Sevilla you stare up at and get to see every day. So we're gonna go and peruse. There's an app in 5 languages. We also took a scan of the QR code, which is accessible right here. So you can check out all the fun things about the Church of Sevilla. We got our tickets online, and there's a completely separate entrance for that. It was a piece of cake. And no metal detectors, surprisingly. They're very trusting here. But you have to watch out for the gypsies. They'll try to sneak rosemary in your pockets and then pull money out on your way over here. So you got to make sure you're on guard there. Let's go. Yeah. Alligator next to Jesus. Doors.
Steve's, and this was built wide enough so that a horse or a donkey could take you up to the top, so you don't have to walk when you're trying to go ring the bell in the morning and you're exhausted because you just woke up.
I mean, I'm not going to judge, but if you made the rope longer, you wouldn't have to climb up 34 flights. You know, I mean, it's just a preference thing, I guess. Keeps you in shape.
If you do what?
If you just make the rope longer, you could pull the rope to ring the bell from like the first floor.
Oh.
Right?
Yeah. I hope we don't. Definitely. At least they automated it now.
Yeah, I mean,
they
figured it out. The donkeys are getting slow, you know.
After 35 turns, 35 Beyonce left turns, then you find yourself here at the top of the staircase with a bunch of bells that are all set up so someone can push a button downstairs, I think. It's like, of course it's on a timer, but there's bells after bells after bells. It's really something to be so close to some history here. There's got to be like musical performance of bells at certain times during the year. The views coming up, we're going to show you some of the views right now. If you don't like walking, this tower's not for you.
When you're mourning, I'll mourn for your sadness and pain. When you're happy, you'll put a smile on my face. I won't be perfect, but I promise I'll try every day for you. And I will be, yeah, I will be, I will be whatever you need me to be.
So here is the front of the Alcazar. You actually enter in right here if you buy your tickets online. And here's this beautiful gardens. And this is the main buildings of the Alcazar. The brick walls all the way around it.
It's really amazing to be up here and have a view of the whole city. It's like just a moment to stop and pause and reflect on like just how small we are. Like you're looking at the whole Real Alcazar over there, and it's like, oh, that's tiny right now. And it's just such an interesting thought to think about, like even just coming up here for sunrises back in the day, like how beautiful and serene and reflective it is. It's a really amazing experience.
Right here is where we're staying, right there, right across from the mall.
I like it. It's like a fairy tale.
The bells?
Yeah.
The magical
There's
bells?
just so many, yeah.
Wow.
And they're so ancient. Like these bells are older than we are. They've seen so much more than we have in the world from their view perched over the city. Sorry?
Right there. Says he gave me my home.
Christopher Columbus looks like that.
Where's that at? Over here.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Okay, so I do vaguely remember from my history classes that Christopher Columbus's name is not technically Christopher Columbus, which kind of throws a wrench in some of our thoughts about our history. But his actual name is Cristobal Colon. And so I thought that was interesting. This is a World Heritage Site and really cool. This was the largest church built that in the 16th century. It actually surpassed the Hagia Sophia in Istanbul. It took 106 years to build, which is quite a project, but also very impressive because there is a ton of detail in here, and I'm actually quite surprised. It must have been like the main priority of the city to build this church. It's a beautiful place to look at. So ironically, the Hagia Sophia is now a mosque, and the church was built on top of what was a mosque here in Sevilla. So it's kind of like they traded spots. The church there became a mosque, the mosque here became a church. Upgraded my information, and I found out that the tower and the orange tree courtyard were original parts of the mosque. And so the reason it's a ramp up the bell tower, unlike the steps, which is traditional for most churches, is because the Sultan would ride his horse up to enjoy the view, and then they decided to keep it that way and ride the horses up for the bell tower afterwards, I guess. I don't know.
It's really fascinating going to places that have so much history, regardless of what you think about religion or church. I think it's worth viewing. It's worth experiencing. There's so much history in the church. It wasn't just how it is right now, where it could be detached from normal life. Like you can go your entire life without going to church. Some of you. And back then, it was actually part of life in so many ways, and the church actually had seats of power like the government. So you kind of can't really skip out on the church historical experiences when you're traveling, in my opinion, because there's so much depth and so much history, in addition to those that are of faith and want to experience what it was like or really see the history from back then. I mean, this is 400 years old. There's other churches that we've been to and seen that are even older. And there's so much history here. Every centimeter, every inch is filled with like depth and wisdom and profound experience, I think. And it really helps to shape you as an individual, experiencing this much concentrated history in one place. So this place is definitely worth a visit. It's really fascinating being inside. And it's hard not to compare the churches. I'm trying to compare them within the category that they are, like the Gothic churches. This is a Gothic church, and the one we went to in Prague was a Gothic church. I'm trying to compare them that way rather than saying, well, compared to Gaudi's church, and the one in Barcelona we went to, I'm like, it's hard to even, no, I don't want to do it. I feel like it's wrong. You can't compare. It's like comparing your children, you know? I guess people do that. You like it, baby? Is it pretty out here?
Lovely. The temperature is glorious. Hallelujah. The temperature is like perfect. Oh my gosh, a lovely day to be in an orange garden. It is literally 72 degrees with a breeze, and like all the YouTube videos and stuff we watched to prepare ourselves for this trip, everyone was like sweating and hot and saying how hot it was, but I think we nailed the timing on this one. We're at Lonja del Barranco Terraza, enjoying the afternoon here. My gosh, talk about European pace. I'm loving it. Just sitting here drinking some espresso, eating some olives, looking at the river. No complaints. No complaints in life. Look at that barrage. Cover it in olive oil.
I like a candied balsamic too with the tomatoes and peppers.
There's a reason in Europe they don't have all these like fake dressings, because when you have the most incredible olive oil and balsamic, you're like, why would I ruin it with preservatives and like ranch and Thousand Islands? No, keep this thing pure.
I'd like to apologize on behalf of my wife to all the ranch viewers out there. We love you. You're seen. You're appreciated.
Would I come back just for the salad? Probably. I probably would. Ranch lovers, you are totally seen and appreciated and heard and understood by some, but I would say you're going to be appreciated until you come to Europe and try to order a salad with ranch on it. And then some difficult feelings might come up.